That had something let go of the rear wing, and he got into the dirt and bank right underneath the bridge there.
It's at this point not possible to tell exactly who it is, but we have had a very severe crash there. You can see it's at the end of the front stretch, going into the first left-hander, hitting the outside guardrail, the car coming apart in a number of pieces, the guardrail, which was running right underneath the tower, or make that the bridge, and it also backed up to a dirt embankment. And so that car and driver crashing into that area, and still at this moment it's not really possible to tell exactly who it is.
Maybe we can tell here in the replay, Larry. We're looking back at the lapped cars that they had just gone by, and I know there were, there were three cars that had held Bobby Rahal up that let Guerrero get up. It's still hard to tell. You can see the car got off the track, into the guardrail, and up into the embankment that holds the corner of the bridge up.
It is absolutely impossible to speculate who that is, because all the bodywork has come away, and it happened at a very unusual place also, Pancho. Something broke on that race car.
Well, it looked to me as if something definitely went wrong. Looking at the lap cars that was on the screen, it looked as though possibly a rear wing or something had come loose, and it's hard to make that prediction unless you actually saw the footage. But if there's something that could have happened, if the rear wing would have come off, and there you can see that is the 55 car, the car of Josele Garze. That would cause that to happen. A rear wing coming off would cause the car to go completely out of control, because you lose all the rear downforce essentially, because it really changes the aerodynamics in the car. You can see that the Horton safety crew was there right away as soon as the car had come to a stop, and there they are now working, trying to extricate Josele from the car.
Josele Garze from Mexico City, a young driver who was on that continual learning curve. He's had some pretty good races this year, but today ends up there, you see, in the debris just outside of turn number 1 here at Mid-Ohio. We'll be back after this. This is a scene just off of turn number 1 at the Mid-Ohio Sports Car Complex, and that tire and wheel assembly sitting there is off of Josele Garze's car. We are very late in the race. You can see there's a great deal of debris. Josele Garze has been involved in a major crash, but the good news is, even though Josele is still trapped in the wreckage, is that he is awake, and the initial report, almost unbelievably, is that he is alert. And that is off the cart radios, and that is just incredible news and incredibly good news. Pancho?
Well, apparently made some contact with Randy Lewis and got off the course. You can see the black tire marks. He went off in, hits the guardrail and also the embankment that holds the bridge up there, or the ramp to the bridge. Luckily goes underneath the bridge and ends up back out on the edge of the track, and it appears that the car is either laying on its side or almost laying completely upside down. Very lucky for Josele if what they say is true, and that he is, conscious, even though he is still trapped in the car, as long as he's there and able to tell the rescue workers, the Horton safety team, how to help get him out of the car.
Pancho, we are now completing 82 laps. You see the field rumbling down behind him. This race will only go 84. Looks like it will end under yellow. The leader of the race is Bobby Rahal. Bobby Rahal inherited that lead when Danny Sullivan had led Bobby for about 60 laps and just wouldn't let him pass. Had something wrong with the car. We were speculating fuel pickup. That was confirmed a little later in the pit area. Sullivan got back out onto the racetrack, but Roberto Guerrero moved up to second, and unfortunately for Roberto, this race, as we indicated, likely will end under yellow, because he was moving up on Bobby Rahal just as this elongated yellow was displayed. Now we will return you to the programming. Those of you watching the stock car race in Darlington, repeating once again, Josele Garze is conscious and out of the car. This is the scene here at Mid-Ohio, just outside of turn number 1. You can see the remains of Josele Garze's car, and unbelievably, the outstanding news is that Josele Garze is conscious. He has been extricated from the car. He has been picked up by the Horton medical safety people, and he assisted them in getting him out of that machine. And just look at that wreckage and how well that speaks for the construction of these race cars.
It is amazing that he, didn't get knocked out, being able to be upside down like he was, which it appeared they had to right the car in order to get him out. But it was a very, very nasty accident. It looks to me as if all four corners have been tore off the car. It looks there as maybe the left rear is the only one that is actually left partially connected. But definitely a major accident.
Bobby Rahal, who trailed Danny Sullivan for so very many laps, inherited the lead when Bobby had his on-track problem. Here's another look at the replay, just the end of that crash, Pancho.
Yeah, it looks as though that they made contact apparently with one other car, maybe Randy Lewis, who they were racing, going by, and got into the Armco right there that protects the entrance to the bridge there that the cars run under, and he hit the dirt embankment after the Armco and then went on underneath the bridge. Luckily, he didn't get hung up in the bridge.
But repeating once again, just look at that wreckage. Hard to believe that a man escaped that. And Josele Garze, again, was conscious, we were told on the cart radio, and he has been taken from that scene. By the way, the white flag has now been displayed while all this has been going on. While you were away in commercial, obviously the cars were motoring around.